Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And today I will continue sharing from this book, the 50 stanza on the spiritual teacher. We will start from page 16, stanza 6. In order for the words of honor of neither the spiritual teacher nor the disciple to degenerate, there must be a mutual examination beforehand to determine if each can brave a teacher-disciple relationship. At tantric empowerments, many sets of vows are taken never to abandon the practices and procedures essential for spiritual progress. The disciple also pledges his word of honor never to transgress these vows, such as always to visualize his spiritual teacher as inseparable from the meditational deity into whose practice he has just been initiated. Such deities as well as the teachers share the same enlightened nature as all the Buddhas, differing only in the physical aspects they manifest. The teacher too has previously pledged his word of honor neither to disclose the tantric secrets to those who are unable to understand or keep them. Just as the milk of a lion should not be kept in a clay pot, so the profound and powerful methods of the Tantra should not be entrusted to those who are not ready. If, having taken such vows, either the teacher or disciple should allow his word of honor to degenerate, it will be impossible for either to attain any of his goals, or very serious, unfortunate consequences will follow for both. Therefore, it is extremely important for there to be a mutual examination between the teacher and disciple before they enter a formal relationship. In ancient times, in order to receive empowerment, a potential disciple would have to ask over a period of 3 years, and initiation was not at all something casual. By making the disciple wait so long, a teacher impressed on him the seriousness of entering the tantric path, testing his commitment and ensured that he was properly prepared. Often a spiritual teacher would make a disciple wait even longer before agreeing to teach him anything. He would repeatedly test his character, and only when he has understood him well would he accept him as his disciple. The disciple also must test his potential teacher and determine if he is fully qualified. He must be confident that he will be able to devote himself fully to his spiritual teacher. Before entering a formal teacher-disciple relationship, you have complete freedom of choice. But once such a bond has been established, these teachings on your way or interacting must be followed with wholehearted commitment. Well, from this stanza, you can see that you do have a freedom of choice before you enter into a real teacher and disciple relationship. So as such, you know, the tantric, because the teacher will have you know, in time will give you the tantric practices, which is a practice that is, you know, that you can actually gain enlightenment very fast, or attainments, you know, very fast. So in gaining this practice, this special practice, you have to be very careful, and the teacher, you know, will make extra care that you are prepared for it, because as mentioned before, it is a very swift path towards enlightenment. But at the same time, if you were to practice with the negative or wrong way, then it is also very fast, you know, for you to degenerate and actually gain a lot of bad karma. So that is why it is very important that the teacher is very sure of the disciple, you know, that he is very ready to receive the empowerments before the teacher actually gives him. Actually, in the Lamrim, it mentioned that, you know, the teacher and disciple, they will study each other for 12 years, but in this it's 3 years, so actually it's shortened. But it did mention that, you know, if the student is not ready, the teacher will take longer time before he actually grants any empowerments. And stanza number 7. A disciple with sense should not accept as a spiritual teacher someone who lacks compassion or who is angersome, vicious, or arrogant, possessive, undisciplined, or boasts of his knowledge. And in this, I found an explanation for this stanza. It actually explains the kind of guru that, or the teacher that we should not cultivate. It mentions some of the disqualifications. So an intelligent disciple should not cultivate this kind of guru. And this guru, the person that you take on as a guru should actually possess great compassion, the wish that for all sentient beings to be free from suffering and its causes of suffering. And also this is one of the most important qualification. So if your guru is not compassionate, then there is a danger that he may give you sign of a bad behavior. So it is very, if he has great compassion, then no matter how offensive our actions are, he will not give up on us, he will not neglect us, and he will not forsake us. So which is why it's very important that the guru has great compassion. And this was actually stated in it's a commentary stated in Lama Chopa by Kachen Yeshe Gelsen. It says, however the mischievous child offends his parents and misbehaves and worries them, they won't lose their love and compassion and will continue to value him. Therefore, if the teacher is also of the same like a parent, then he will not give up on us, when we are when we misbehave or worry them, or we are we do not treat them correctly. So because of the compassion, the guru will never give up on us. So it says here also, the guru should not be prone to anger, he should not be sadistic or hold any grudge, and he should not be arrogant, and he should not have the strong desire for possessions or wealth, or cling strongly to material things. And he should not be a loose character of body, speech, and mind, or careless in his practice of morality. And if the guru gambles or take intoxicant, his disciple will follow the same path, that means the guru sets an example. That means he should be all the character that he wishes for his students to follow. And also he should not boast of his abilities and be fond of revealing his qualification all the time, which means that he would be humble and not be a show off. So that will explain stanza number 7, the quality of the guru. And stanza number 8, a spiritual teacher should not a spiritual teacher should be stable in his actions, cultivated in his speech, wise, patient, and honest. He should neither conceal his shortcomings nor pretend to possess qualities he lacks. He should be an expert in the meanings of the Tantra and in its ritual procedures of medicine and turning back obstacles. Also, he should have loving compassion and a complete knowledge of the scriptures. So in this stanza, you can see that the teacher that we cultivate, that all the qualifications that he should hold, the characteristics. So when you say that he should be stable in his actions, means that he will abstain from non-virtuous actions of body, and he will keep his bodily actions proper and with moral, and cultivated in his speech, meaning that he will abstain from non-virtuous actions of speech and keep keep proper morality of speech, not to hurt others by means of speech or sharp words. And also it says that mentally he should abstain from the 3 non-virtuous actions of mind as well as from pretentiousness. His mental attitude should be very pure. He should possess intelligence and discretion. If he doesn't, he can't lead us on the path to liberation. He should possess the 3 types of forbearance or patience. Forbearance, which means harm received from others. Then the ability to endure hardship and the ability to hear profound teachings without being terrified. He should be true and unbiased or impartial, not biased towards near relatives or repulsed by enemies. He should be even-minded towards all sentient beings. That means it's an equality amongst all beings. There's no favoritism, and he will be impartial to people who, well, he will be just impartial to that means lack of favoritism of anyone. He shouldn't be pretentious or conceal his shortcomings. Pretentious means like pretending to have supernatural knowledge that he actually does not have, or also to hide his shortcomings, hide his faults from others. Especially, when with the intention of getting offerings. And then he also should have the power to be able to drive out interferences, which means by the means of like mantra or tantric practice. And he should be able to practice medicine, to able to help others and benefit them through his teachings. And also, most importantly, of course, he should have great compassion and for all sentient beings suffering, which is why he wished to teach the Dharma, to give us the practices so that all the sentient beings be able to get out of suffering. And he should have profound knowledge of the scriptures. So that is what the qualities, your spiritual teacher that you should look for. And as I'm reading through it, I'm reflecting on my own guru's qualities, and he matches everything that is mentioned here. So I'm just very grateful that I have the merits of having him as my teacher. His Eminence, the 25th Samtuku Rinpoche. So as such, I will end the sharing session here today, and thank you for sharing your time with me. And actually, if you have not connected with my guru, and if you wish to, you can actually visit his blog, www.samrinpoche.com. Sam as in TSEM, Rinpoche RINPOCHE.com. He has a lot of articles there that you may be able to find helpful, or you may find of interest, because he has a very wide interest, of everything, like from Bigfoot, aliens, hauntings, everything. So whatever interest that you have, you may be able to find it on his blog. And thank you again for sharing your time with me. And I may be sharing another session tomorrow or the day after. So thank you. I will end this session with a completion dedication in Tibetan. Jangyuk Sengcho Rinpoche, Make Panam Gishi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewashu, Tony Do Rinpoche, Make Panam Gishi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewashu, Daso Jini Sapagi Wadi, Tandandro Agona Gampadang, Jepa Jesu no Santrapai, Tamping Imporin to Sa Se Sho, Ke Wakudu Yandala Madan, Drame Choki Palano Joche, Sadam Nangi Yote Razone, Doji Changi Opangotus, Ke Wadi, Yududa, Lama Sangi. sorry. Kewa kuntuyan dalam madan rame choki pala no choching sab dalam I no yote razone doje changi ngopangatus kewa di yodeda lama sang yodrione drewa chika malupa de isala go pasho choki ka pusung kapa chosu nampa pewala ke kisama siwada tungki malu sangwasho dadam sangi dosundan drewa songi latene kewa losan trapai tampa yuriva gyushi ni modele sendele ni migu nyendele shi ni sentatu dele pa kunchu sungi jingilo kunchu sungi ngotruso kunchu sungi trasi sho jesu nama kusen rap ting ching nam katrini chochu ke pada lo sam tempe dro mi sap sungi dro e musa tatu ni yu shi gangwe rawe ko we shin kam dem pendan dewa ma lu yu ni cheren zi wan ten zing get so yi shape shi de badu den yu shi Home don't be ngọt ru malupa den de dala sel du so ko dan den pa long chat nam ke pa su shik shuk den sel. Thank you again and I'll see you next time.